All right, YouTube and the web. So anyone who knows me, let me tell you that today, I'm seeing all the news about Obama signing these executive orders to take our weapons away. They want to disarm us. This is not about large caliber weapons. They're going to start with that, and before you know it, 38s, 22s, 17 HMRs are going to be illegal. They want to disarm you. Some years back, anybody who knows me, let me say this. Anyone, and this has really got me just a little bit pissed off. Actually, I'm a lot pissed off, and you should be pissed off too. Look at this for what it is. This is tyranny. Nothing short of socialism, tyranny by a dictator. Adolf Hitler would be proud. Anytime big news breaks, anyone who knows me, if you've been following me, I don't sit around and look at TV and read the paper, because what they're feeding you, mainstream media, they're feeding you a bunch of garbage. They're dissecting truths and feeding you what they want you to believe. It's mind control. Anytime big news happened, be it the Gulf Oil crisis, where did you find me? I got in the car, I drove to Pensacola, drove to Grand Isle, and I did that weekly to show you, and I did show you, what the media wouldn't. Oh, there's no oil. Yeah, we'd go out, we'd find all kind of oil and dead birds and dead fish, but the media wasn't going to show you that. They didn't want you to see that. The big oil companies basically have control. The bankers have control of this country. But I'd go out on location. I went to the source. Some years back, as I watched it unfold on TV, anybody old enough here to remember, and you should, Waco, the Branch Davidians, David Koresh. You remember that? Janet Reno. You remember that? What it was a mass slaughter. David Koresh collected what? Guns. They wanted David's guns. David made it clear, we're not giving up our weapons. This is our right. So what did they do? They busted holes through the walls with tanks and they burned a bunch of people. Killed a bunch of men, women, and children. And they told you on CNN what they wanted you to believe. I didn't buy it for a second. And what did I do? I had to do it. I went to Waco. Lo and behold, my timing was right. Because as I pulled in and we're walking the grounds, right after the raid, or I should say the massacre, it was horrible. My timing couldn't have been any more perfect. Because the white van pulled up, and here's the white van with the guy driving. His name is Alex Jones, Infowars.com. There's Alex. Alex was with the little old lady. They let a little old lady and some of the children leave. You may recall that? Alex was with her. And I was going there to basically do my little own investigation and journalism thing. And we started talking. I interviewed Alex Jones and the old lady. Alex Jones interviewed me. I'm actually in one of Alex's books. As I walked the grounds, and Alex took me throughout the grounds and explained to me what had happened, and as that little old lady looked me in the eye and cried and told me how the troops came over this hill, there was a hill toward the back of the compound, they unloaded on these innocent people. This is one of the many. They had a tree and headstones, for the victims. That's one of the memorial headstones right there. I will tell you that David Koresh was a motorcycle enthusiast. He had a lot of bikes, nice bikes. His favorite bike was an old Honda CB350, and he had a Honda 754. They actually, after the raid, the military rolled over all of David's bikes and crushed them. David Koresh also had a nice bus. And this is me standing by the burned out shell of David Koresh's bus at Waco, Texas. Alex Jones gave me a DVD on that day. And the name of that DVD, it was America Wake Up or Wake Up. Many of you have seen it. If you haven't, I implore you to check it out. Go on the internet, it's out there. America Wake Up or Wake Up. Alex Jones predicted back then what's happening right now. He was dead on the money. Alex Jones knows his stuff. A lot of people, think he's a conspiracy theorist. But guess what? There is a conspiracy, and it's against you and me. There's definitely a conspiracy. It's against us. I'm here to tell you, in the words of Alex Jones, America, you need to wake the hell up, or we're going to face a Waco. David Koresh had a couple dozen guns. They want to take our guns. And look at what they did to the Branch Davidians. They slaughtered a bunch of innocent men, women, and children. They don't care. They don't discriminate. If we saw 20 years ago, in the 1970s, what we're seeing today, I can assure you, we would be at civil war in this country. Now, I'm not about violence. I'm a nonviolent person. But I will tell you, I'm not one who is willing to give up my guns at any cost. You've got to kill me. My greatest hope is pretty simple, that the men and women of our military, as this unfolds, they're going to revolt. Because after all, they've got family out here too. Our greatest hope is that the military will revolt and say, you know what, this is bullshit, and they will turn the tide on this horrible government that we're under. We need to take back our country. We need to take hold of it. The money going overseas for ludicrous cause, it's our money. They don't give a damn about us. They're financing the Taliban. But right here in America, Waco, it was real. I was there. I saw it. I tasted it. I smelt it. And it makes me want to vomit. The day we give up our weapons, we're defenseless. Criminals are always going to have weapons. They're going to have guns. Criminals will always have guns. Just near my home, we had a state police trooper, the car broken into, and all of his high-powered weapons stolen out of that state police car. Criminals are going to have guns. Think about this. 4 a.m., 2 a.m., not a knock at the door, but your door comes crashing down, and it's a group of armed bandits, and they rape your wife and 4-year-old child. And you're defenseless. You don't have a gun. If you still had your gun, you could have defended your family and saved your wife and kid. But they're taking our guns at that point. What are we going to defend ourselves with? A knife against a gun? People, wake the hell up. Wake up, get pissed off, do something about it. Make noise within your lawful right. Make noise, get pissed off, make phone calls. If you've got to get out on the streets and assemble. You see this over my shoulder? You're going to have to look over your shoulder. If Adolf Hitler were alive today, he'd be proud of what we've got. Look over your shoulder, be alert, be aware, be ready, have a plan, is what I'm telling you. But whatever you do, wake the hell up. Don't just sit down and do nothing. Because if you do nothing, you've only got yourself to blame. That's about all I've got to say for now. But I have a lot of news coming up, I'm sure. I see right where this is going, and I hope you do too. I would implore you to set aside whatever you've heard about Alex Jones. Check him out. Everything he says, it's factual. You can check it out. The man knows what he's talking about. He's been doing this. He's been dedicated since Waco. Waco is what motivated Alex Jones into being who he is and where he is today. And I applaud him.